Wow, absolutely beautiful. I want to welcome each and every one of you here tonight for this special celebration for Mr. Kenny and Chante Lloyd, the Lloyds. All right, the Lloyd legacy, I want to say, because it's a lifestyle, baby. It's a lifestyle. I remember finding these two over a decade ago, following them in my very first multi-level marketing company. And I was like in my late 20s, didn't know what I was doing. And I was just seeing all these people make all this money. And I was very intrigued. I was always a young entrepreneur. And I was so intrigued to see people that looked like me and to definitely find out that Mr. Lloyd was my homeboy and from my hometown of Detroit. I think it was first my dad who actually found Mr. Lloyd throughout our leadership in that company. And he had some of the same swag. And my dad was like, listen, if this guy can do it, I definitely can do it. We can do this. And we made a lot of cash money putting people in garments in that company. But it wasn't really about the money when I found these two people. Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd, their hearts, their souls, the way that they act in integrity, their loyalty was amazing to me. And I know some of you guys feel the same way. So I am so grateful and so thankful to be here, to be on this platform, to welcome you all on this call. It is such an honor. So I want to tell all of you, thank you for being here. And if you have just a few seconds of your time, I want you to go out and send out that last minute text and invite some more people on. Go ahead on the Facebook page and share this to your page and share this to your friends and your family. All right. We want everybody that has ever laid eyes on these two amazing people to tap into this call tonight because I know it's going to be good. I used to tell my team, anytime you hear Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd talk, I want you to have a piece of paper and I want you to take notes because anytime these two open up their mouths, they're definitely going to drop some jewels. And so that is something that I picked up a very long time ago from these two is that you always want to be ready to learn because every single time they open their mouth, they are leaving you a clue to success. And so over the years, I have watched them and I was so blessed to be able to build a bond with them in just the past few years. And it's been truly a blessing to my life, not just for network marketing, but for everything that I do, because it is a lifestyle. You know, I remember having a conversation with Chante in her backyard by her beautiful pool, and we were just having girl talk. And I was so excited about Tava. And I was like, Chante, I'm quitting. I'm going to leave real estate and I'm just going to focus on Tava full time. I'm going to be the next double diamond in this company, right? And she was like, no, you're not. She was like, you're going to focus on real estate. And sometimes we ask to be coached and we ask to have that mentor, but we don't always want to hear what they have to say. So what I've learned is that you have to be coachable and you have to be willing to hear what they are telling you, whoever that person may be. And so she said, no, you're not. You're not going to do that. You're going to focus and you are going to be able to do both of these things, but you are not going to let real estate go because you are good at that. And she said, it's cute on you. It's cute. And sometimes you have to be able to receive the things that people are telling you, even from the right people, even when you don't want to hear it. And during that time, I did not want to hear that. But I'm so grateful and thankful for her for telling me the truth and not being a yes person and say, yes, quit. Focus on Tava. This is all I need you to do. Although she was my mentor in Tava, she did not do that. And she said, no, you need to focus on real estate and you can do both of them. And because of that knowledge, I am so grateful that I am now getting new certifications and hitting new heights in real estate. And I'm somewhere where I never thought that I would be. And so those are the type of things that I say, that I mean when I say, always be ready to get a jewel. And sometimes if you know Mr. Lloyd, like I know Mr. Lloyd, you don't always want to hear what he have to say. And you may not be ready to receive it because he's a pusher. So I'm so grateful to be here. In 2007, they had a slogan saying from broke as hell to living well, right? And they were broke as hell. And not only did they fall in love with each other, but they fell in love with an industry to help a lot of people like you and I. And some of them, us, made a whole lot of money, and some of us didn't really make any money. And if you were someone like me, you gained a whole lot of knowledge, right? And it created a new lifestyle for you. Because when I first met Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd, I was living in an 800 square foot home in the hood, but I got so much knowledge that it was able to take me to new levels in my lifestyle. And so I'm honored to be here again, and I want to welcome you all again, but let's get right to it. When you talk about Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd, I think about conversations that I've had with them. Some I didn't want to hear the things that they were saying because I knew it was the truth. Learning that I cannot move off my emotions and that I really need to think about it before I act. I would get so upset when people would say things or do things to Mr. Lloyd or Mrs. Lloyd, and I'd be like, you know what? I don't appreciate that. Mr. Lloyd be like, calm down. You're not going to do that. When they go low, we're going to go high. You ain't going to move up your emotions. He taught me how to brand myself and how to market myself, right? And how to use the pain to push through to my purpose. That is the type of person he is. I've watched him give out of his pocket to people. These are not stories that I heard. These are actual stories that I've witnessed. I remember having a conversation with Chante and being angry and upset with my husband and her telling me, you got to be patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Helping me and teaching me to be a better wife. So it's more than just network marketing when you talk about Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd. When I got the text from Mr. Lloyd and he said, I want you to welcome the last call, I got a little emotional. And I was like, this is not the last call. This isn't the last call because I know that they're going to go off and it may not be network marketing, but they're going to do some better things because it's just their talent. It's just their gift. And they're going to continue to do better things. And I'm going to be a part of whatever it is. Anytime he pick up the phone to call me and ask, I'm going to say yes. Because he's a man who always give yes to people like you and I. I've never seen him just settle or step back or sit down. It's always been a drive and a push. I remember hearing Mr. Lloyd say, I don't go to sleep. I just pass out. I get up at 4:00 in the morning and I just pass out with my phone in my hand. And that pushed me because there's many times where I just want to go to sleep. When I say I'm not about to put them numbers in, I'm not calling another person, or I'm not about to put that offer in tonight. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. But I think about him. I think about him saying, I just passed out. And I go in my office and I complete the deal. Or I go in my office and I send out those emails, or I put up that post for my product. And it's funny because when you push yourself to do things like that, what happens is the deal go through, right? Or what happens is you wake up in the morning and you got a little extra money in your back office because you keep pushing. So I thank you for that, Mr. Lloyd. I thank you for that. Or when I think about Chante and how she pushes her husband and she's his backbone and stand behind him, even when there's things that she want to do, but she put the business before the things that she want to do because she know that there's a whole lot of people who's there that she has to support. I watched her do those things. So I'm grateful and I'm honored to be here before you. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of the Lloyd legacy. So let me bring up my big sister, my big brother, not only my mentors any longer, but my family, Mr. and Mrs. Kenny and Chante Lloyd.
That's the baby, I know. Hey, everyone. Go on, Sean. Keep on.
Hey, we on the beaches of the world.
Not yet. But we on the way.
Okay, it's dark back there too.
Hey, so listen, we want to thank y'all for joining us.
Yes.
We know we have people on different platforms, man, and we really appreciate it. You know, tonight is a special night for us, and it just became more special. I'm gonna save this for you. I'm not even gonna give up.
Yes.
I ain't gonna give it up right now. But
the big surprise. Thank you, Krishan, for that awesome introduction.
I mean, we just got a big surprise. You know, I mean, that I wouldn't even imagine that was gonna happen, man. But it's a beautiful thing. But y'all will find out. Y'all won't be surprised either. But tonight, like, it's a very special night for us, man. We get a chance to really share with you all and really just close a chapter, you know. And like I say, you know, my end is my beginning, right? But we just want to close the chapter on something, man, that we have done since 2009. That look at this. Something that, man, we have done, man, for it's been a part of our life every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day, man. Chante will tell you, man, this thing has been a part of our life. You know, we've been committed to you all on here, man. We appreciate y'all getting on. So we've been committed to changing people's lives, enhancing people's lives, and showing people how to just have fun. You know what I'm saying? And not making it all about the money. Don't get me wrong. The money is important.
Yes, it is.
You know, but you know, knowing how to enjoy the process of making the money is the most important, because the process just ain't easy. But you know what? This industry, this illustrious industry of network marketing, you know, somebody asked me, say, Kenny, like, you know, why you, you're retiring? You know, what does that mean? I says, look, I want to go out like in Fortune 500 companies. Employees, when they ready to sit it down, they retire.
Right.
And they go out with dignity. Me, I wanted to give this industry the dignity that it deserves, the dignity of using a word that is worthy of what is about to happen, man. For me and Chante to be able to walk out of here on our own terms, man, and be in a position to do it. You follow me? And then have something else going on the back end that's not being a distributor, not doing network marketing, man. It's just enjoying life. But there have been so many of you all. So, you know, I want to get right into it. I just want to say that I got to thank God because, you know, listen, in this journey, I really discovered what I was purposed to do, you know.
Yes.
Before we got into this industry of network marketing, we were struggling our asses off. And I could curse on this one because it's mine, okay? We were struggling our ass off, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was bad. House in foreclosure. You know, the vehicle that we were rolling in, they were trying to repo it and everything. You know, it was just bad. And I was 50 years old. And I had somebody that was very close to me that talked to us about this company, right? Called Artists International, and said what it had. And, you know, the thing is, when I found out it was women's garments, I'm like, I don't give a damn if it's a shovel, a pooper scooper, you know, shoveling up poop in the park. If I can make $1 million, I'm in. I'm gonna come and listen to it. And Chante told me this. She said, Kenny, we cannot join under this other dude, because it was this other brother that I met that I really thought was sharp. I thought he knew what he was talking about. And I thank God I didn't join him, because he didn't last 3 weeks in the company. You know, I mean, for real, he was gone in 3 weeks. But there's a person that saw something in Sean and I. And it's a thing about principle.
Yes.
You know, because every step of the way that Chante and I have grown in the business, it's because of principle. And on principle, I listened to Chante, who I always say is the best of me.
Yeah.
And she said, Kenny, we cannot do that. That's my best friend's mother. And we have to join her. And I said, okay, we'll do it. And at the time, I didn't even have $300 to join the company. When she got all the way to telling me all the good stuff, and when she got to the point that it cost $300, I'm like, I don't have $300, and I'm not going to borrow it. I said, what are we going to do? And she said, you know what I'm going to do? And it was right around my birthday, 2008. I said, she said, I'm going to give you the money to join the company. And then I'm going to give you some garments to let women try it on when you travel. And you know what, man, it was very special to me. So from that point on principle, understand principle, it was no longer just about me making money. It was me honoring the fact that this woman named BJ Johnson. This woman saw something and gave us an opportunity to really make some money, man. And the rest is history. Sean and I, we worked our asses off every single day because we were broke. And for me, I wanted to make sure that I was able to give my wife and my children a better life. I didn't want her to be riding up the street and seeing another woman riding in a drop top Bentley or, Maserati or something like, damn, I wish I could have one of those. No. I wasn't going to go for that. I was going to make sure that she had everything that she really deserved, not wanted, but deserved, And so we worked our asses off. And I will tell you, I will never forget the night that we hit the top position in the company. And I was motivated by a lot of things, But the night that we hit the top position in the company, we were in a hotel because we had just walked away. We lost our home. And we were staying in the hotel, but as God would have it, it was a hotel. Like when we stepped out of one thing, one of Chante's good friends was the manager of a what's the name of it? A Marriott courtyard. She let us stay in there for 30 a night, but it didn't matter because we were on the road all the time anyway, right? And so the night that we were getting ready to hit the top position of the company, I knew that when we hit, not if, when, I knew that we were going to make $108,000 and 64 cents. I knew it, right? I knew it. So Chante, we had about 40 apps to put in, and the cutoff was at 12:01, and it was like 11:38. And I was like, from the background, you know what? I didn't know how to put in a damn app. And I'm like, Sean, come on, baby. You got to do it, man. We got money on the line. Come on. We got to make this happen. We got to make it happen. Sean was like, I'm going to do it. And she started shaking, shaking. And when she started shaking, I'm like, oh, shit. If she pulls around and passes out, we screwed because I don't know how to put not one person in. All right, so I told her, I said, hey, baby, just step away. Come on. Step away. Take a little break. And I'm like, man, you better get her ass together. Good. And I said, take a little break. And she took about a 2-minute break, got on it, put those applications in. On the back office, I saw it say, congratulations, you get platinum president. I'm going to tell you something. We worked so hard, right? From the moment we joined for 5 months straight, we worked so hard. When we hit the position, I told Chante, hey, I'm going to take a little nap and get up and we're going to drink some champagne. I fell asleep. I was asleep for 18 hours straight. I was asleep for 18 hours. Sean thought something was wrong with me, but it's because I was exhausted, but I was being born again. I was being recreated in that sleep. And when I woke up, I was a new person, right? I had new money. I had a new respect. I had a new mission. And my mission was to share with as many people as I could across the world how to do the same thing I did. Because the thing was, if I can do it, I know. But along the way, BJ, I just got to say, I got to give it to her because she is my angel. I don't care. Wherever I travel all around the world, any stage I've ever stepped on, I've always acknowledged her as being my angel. I don't know if BJ made it to the Zoom. Is BJ on? Okay. All right. I know BJ is somewhere having technical difficulty, okay? But we love you. I want you to know, BJ.
I see some people at the bottom that's on the call, but I can't really see.
Okay. So anyway, what I want to say is that there she is right there. BJ.
Okay.
What's up, BJ?
Hey, Kenny and Chante. I love y'all.
We love you too, BJ.
Man.
How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. My big brother, he just makes me get emotional every time he speak. He share about how we all came about with artists. But you know what, Kenny and Chante, you be talking about I'm your angel. You guys have been my angel as well. I mean, I tell you, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been in the position I was when I hit the ranks because it was you two. So I've got to give my hats off to you guys. And I love you from the moon and back.
Thank you so
Listen,
much, BJ. We love and appreciate you too.
We love you, man. I mean, like, for real, I mean it, BJ. Everywhere I go in the world, every stage I've ever got on it, that I've stepped on, it spoke, man. I've always paid homage and honored what you did for me.
Yes.
And to this day, man, I continue to honor. And even when we started, the reason that, we worked so hard was not about getting rank and it was about honoring you and showing you that money, that seed you planted in me, it wasn't wasted, man. So and to make you feel, proud. So man, we love you. We just wanted to tell you very shortly that, man, we love you. We appreciate you.
Yes,
and I'll never forget you. Okay.
Yes,
Same here. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you both. And
All right.
congratulations on y'all retirement. And you know what? Y'all will just begin. You close one door, and you know God got that other door open for you guys.
Yes, He does.
Yes, He does. So
And
thank you,
I'll
man.
be, and just hey, well, we'll talk later. Love you.
All right. Love you.
Love you too, BJ.
Okay. So real quick, the next person. Listen, this person, like when we went in artists, embarrassed the hell out of me, right? And I, we were at an event in Atlanta, and the first time it blew my mind because it was a movie theater. I had about 900 seats in Atlanta, and it was jam packed because the crew in Atlanta, man, they were doing their thing,
they
right?
They
were rocking and rolling, man. And so, man, we had this meeting, and so Dorothy stops and said, "I want all my presidents to come up to the front of the room." And I'm looking around like, man, we about to hit it, but we ain't hit it yet. And so she looks back and she's pointing at me. She's like, and I'm like, and she's like, "No, you dummy, talking to you. Go up to the front of the room." So we get up to the front of the room, man, and I didn't know what was going to happen, but it was bad because we got up to the front of the room and everybody was up there talking about their Power Star check. So, Nicola Jackson get up talking about her check was $69,000. Stormy get up talking about her check was $58,000. And whatever everybody else check was, Helen DeLuce going to increase it by 20%. Helen talking about my check was $79,000. And we went down the line, everybody's check. And me and Chante, we weren't president yet, so my Power Star check was about $9,000. So when I got up to the microphone, I'm like, really enjoying this experience. Can't wait for bigger things. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great night. And man, I couldn't wait. I ran up, I was walking. There was a crowd. I was pushing people out the way, trying to get to Dorothy. And I got to Dorothy. I said, "Dorothy, man, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Got my whole team here. I'm embarrassed. They know I'm not a president. Right. What am I supposed to do now?" She looked. She like, "Guess your ass better hurry up and hit president then." Yep. And you know what? That was a hell of a boost for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care what people say about Dorothy, man. When Dorothy was there at Artists, man, she exercised leadership, man, impeccably because she knew how to move and make people. So Dorothy, are you there? Because I know you got somebody else to help you figure out how to get on. Okay.
Well, she's on. I see her on.
Damn, there she is. Little picture, looking good. What up, Dorothy?
Listen, I've got I got to stop tell my side of the story too.
Okay, Dorothy, we do not have an hour. I promise.
Okay.
But I got to say this here.
Okay.
When I first met these two people, Chante, just like she is now, she was just like that when I met her. I've only in my life knowing her, seen her cry 3 times. One time, you remember when you missed that bonus? You forgot to put something in. $40,000 bonus.
And I was going nuts on her.
I forgot to promote.
And artists gave it to you anyway because you guys were such great people. I saw you cry at your wedding, and I saw you cry when you hit platinum. Other than that, you've been the same beautiful person. Now, on the other hand, that man sitting next to you, when you came into that first meeting, he was so mean and evil. Well, he wasn't an evil, like nasty evil, but he was mean. Now, he said it was because he was broke as hell. You never would have known he was that broke because he had on a chinchilla jacket, an alligator bag, a briefcase, and I kept looking at him. He was sharp as 4 tacks. But he wouldn't say nothing. And Chante just is bubbly, bouncing around. And that day I said, "Kenny, why you don't laugh at none of the joke?" He said, "Ain't nothing funny, I'm broke as hell." But I watched him and watched her go after what they wanted. They taught me so much. We all lived in the same building. We had, Chante is one of the best cooks on top of everything else. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed learning from Kenny. And I would come to Kenny and people thought I was a great leader. And yes, I was, because I had somebody I could go to. I went to Kenny Lloyd. A lot of people didn't know that. And when they did find out, they was fired up mad.
As hell.
They did not want to. He said, let me ask Kenny. Ask Kenny. Oh, what fuck? But we had some great times. We learned a lot and we made a lot of money. And I will never, ever, you two will always be a part of my life and a part of my heart because what I've seen you do in this industry and to see you go out on your terms. Oh man, I've seen a lot of people retire, not because they wanted to, because they had to.
Yes.
And they didn't have money when they retired. They didn't know what they was going to do. They just was broke as hell and they stopped. But to see you guys at the top of your game, it's like the top tennis player in the world. He retired because they're at the top of the game. That's when you retire at the top of your game. You don't wait till you beat down. You at the top of the game. And Chante, you smiling just like you was when I first met you. I will never, ever. It's contagious. It really is. You're beautiful. Listen, I don't know. I used to tell people I don't know who the luckiest, Kenny or you, but I know it was Kenny. Okay, he was the
It was
lucky.
me. I'll take that. It was me. It was me, Dorothy. Man, listen, man,
Thank
we
you,
love you
Dorothy.
and
Yes.
forever appreciate you. And I'm gonna
We
talk back.
love you
I'm
too.
gonna talk back.
Yes.
With you, okay?
Thank
Okay.
you so much,
All right,
Dorothy.
darling. Love you guys.
All right. So a couple more people that I could not go out with, without recognizing from an artist was Mike Patello. Mike Patello really put me and Sean on the map for real. So he really put us on. He put us on the map, man. I don't listen. I love Mike Patello. Mike is and even when I was with Tava, I could call Mike and really get some advice when I really needed it from him. So Mike, man, I want you to know, man, I forever appreciate you.
Yes.
And the Des DeLeon family, I want y'all to know, man, that we really appreciate you all.
Yes,
I always
love and
say,
appreciate you.
I will say this, that artists saved our lives
Yes.
for real, because we were in a really bad space, and everything that we got, the people that we met, man, it really did save our life. But it was a big a part of our journey that I could not go without talking about.
Yes.
I want to move on because I know I got a couple people who time sensitive,
Yes.
who had engagements and was stepping outside, and that's OG. A lot of people don't even really know I went to the OG,
Mm-hmm.
but I was at OG for probably 30 days, right? And and I got to tell you, man, I would make you laugh if I had more time if I had these people on there. But boy, when I told my girl Stormy Wellington I was gonna leave OG, oh, she was mad at me
She
for a
was
long
hot at us.
time. Listen, she's like, I knew I should have come under you any damn way. I should have gone under David like I did, like I thought the first time. And she was ugly with it too, man.
Mad at us.
But God has his way of doing what he's supposed to do. But there are two people that I really developed some relationship with. That really, one of them really inspired me, and one of them really, man, to this day still has been a big influence and helped me out through some things. The first one was David Amanitier. Is David there? I know David was time. Hey, David, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening?
And listen, contrary to what people might think, no, I didn't have to pay David to get on here and say things about me. Okay.
I'm having a tough time hearing you guys.
Hey, can you hear us now? Can you hear us better?
You guys are really high tech over here with the StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Listen, can you hear me now, David? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
Okay, all right. So listen, man. I just want to tell you, man, that you and I, hey, man, I remember the times, man. Like, David, remember, man, that month that we ran into each other about 4 times on Southwest, man, Airlines, traveling, man. I mean, we just happened to be on the same flight, going to the same place about 4 times. And you know what, man? It was crazy. Like, I'm thinking, David, are you following me or something, man, or what? But we really had a chance to really, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, sit down and just really talk like two men, man. Because this industry is real. It gets really competitive. And we all have competitive spirits. But the one thing I will say about David is that I don't care what he's done. The cream always rises to the top. And it's not like a lot of people take for granted that, yeah, well, David's always going to win. Yeah, he is, but it's what they don't see that you do, and what you continuously do when people don't see you that always has you in the light that you like, man. But I want to tell you, man, you have continuously inspired me and Chante, and I mean that, man. You have continuously inspired us, and as you have millions of others, man. And I want to tell you, man, that you're doing big things, man. And I respect the hell out of you, brother. I mean, for real, man. The things that you're doing now, I respect you, man, and I love our friendship, man. So I just wanted to honor you tonight, man.
Well, I appreciate that, Kenny. It's really hard to hear, but I could hear like bits and pieces of what you. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I do appreciate that and appreciate you inviting me on the call. And just want to say congratulations to you and your beautiful wife on everything that you've accomplished in this industry. It's very rare that a person wins at every company that they do, right? Your first company, Artist International, you're able to, earn millions of dollars over there. That doesn't happen. Most people don't win their first company to that degree. And everywhere you went, you've been able to do that as well. So just want to say congratulations. I think the only regret is that we never really got a chance to work together. But obviously we've impacted together and done some great things in the industry. So big congratulations. We're sad to see you go. I'm still kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it's final, but
It's a wrap. Believe me, okay? It's 100%. It's a wrap. I'm telling you now. It's a wrap. You might not believe me, but you might believe my wife. But you tell them,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
but you look very happy. So I'm starting to think it might actually be a wrap. She looks very, very happy right now.
No, man, it's a wrap. And having said that thing about a wrap and me retiring, I'm looking forward to you buying that dinner from me at Steak 48, man. All right.
Say that again?
You heard what I said. Stop playing, man.
No. Say it again. Say it
I'm
again.
looking forward to you buying me that dinner at Steak 48.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, Steak 48. We got to do that. We're definitely gonna do it.
All right, man. I appreciate and love you, David. I appreciate
All right,
you.
appreciate you guys. Love you guys
Thank
too.
you, David.
Okay. So, man, listen, man, that's a sharp young brother. Listen, the next guy, and I know he's time sensitive too, because he's out. He was at a dinner. He had a 2-day event somewhere, man, and he just, for me, he said he would step out. I hope I didn't take too long. But Holton, are you there? Holton Bugs.
And listen, not only did I step out, I think I gave everybody all I could. I said, hey guys, I told them from the very beginning of the meeting. I said, listen, when Anna calls me, I'm leaving y'all. I've got a very important engagement. And so I just got my car and I'm headed back to the house. So I wouldn't miss this for the world, man.
Man, let me tell you something. I got to say this, man, that when I talk about people in this industry, man, and I think everybody I've had on here, but the impact, man, Holton, like I know, man, I remember when I was the first appointed VP of sales with TLC, right? And everybody was downstairs at a party, man. And I came back upstairs, man, because I was scared as hell. I'm like, I don't know what this is. And the only thing I could think about was, am I going to be a failure? Because, man, I'm looking at Holton, and Holton is like, man, doing events, man, and 10,000 people, man. His events look like a doggone circus, man, the big event, man. I mean, he got people dropping out of the ceilings and everything. And I'm thinking, man, I don't even know if I could do this. And then it came to me. Well, if you want to mimic it, why don't you go to the source and call them, right? And I'll never forget, I called Holton and I said, look, man, I'm calling you as a brother, as a son, as a father and a husband, man. And I need your help, man. I need you to guide me on what can I expect. And man, me and Holton talked for about an hour, man. And I was writing stuff down. And I'm telling you, man, the stuff that you shared with me, it really helped me in my journey, man. And it wasn't just one time, it was continued conversations, man.
Yes.
Even, man, when we both, you started your business, I Boomerang, man, a year before I started mine, but me and Holton used to talk like once a week, man, talking about it, but because it was two brothers going through the same stuff, man. And now, man, we've become good friends, man. And I want you to know, man, that you have planted seeds throughout this industry.
Yes.
And I think that's what's important. It's not about the memory of your money and your things. It's about the seeds that became people, man, that are becoming very successful in this industry, man. And then I got to tell you, and I say it humbly, man, that Chante and I are two of those seeds, man, that you instilled wisdom into you, man, that have grown into a big oak, man. So I want you to know, man, I could not do this without honoring you, man. And I really appreciate you. I want you to know that.
Man, first of all, I want to say congratulations to you and Chante on a stellar career. It's very rare that a person who reached the heights that you and Chante have reach it with a very clean reputation and very, very few character assassinations. That's rare.
Yeah.
And because the greater you get, the bigger you become. Your innocence is the number one target for character assassinations by itself anyway.
Yeah.
And so all I have remembered has been a character-filled, principle-based Kenny and Chante Lloyd. And so while we've gone through and have had the chance to build together and have the chance to build a great friendship, for me, it's been who you guys have been as people that's been most impressive.
Yeah.
And I remember how I met you. Before I met you, you were bigger than life, because a person who's got impeccable character, who I endeared like a mom, was BJ Brown, and BJ would always tell me about this Kenny Lloyd, and I was like, wow. And BJ had been in my organization for quite some time, and she had gotten involved in artists, and I couldn't have been more proud of her when I saw her lifestyle and the things that she was doing and how she was changing, and then come to find out she had this Kenny and Chante in her organization, and she was so proud of it, and I couldn't wait to meet you guys. And from day one up until now, consistency. You guys have been rocks, and rocks don't change. I would say you've been boulders, and that's what's been for me the value. Yeah, you've made great money, and we all know now great money can be made in so many different ways, so many different industries, because most of us come from nothing.
Yes.
We do. We come from nothing, and just being able to share stories. And while many in this industry probably did not understand the depths of true friendship, and people would always wonder, why in the world would Kenny you be talking to HB, and why would HB want to even talk to you? Because I think what we've done and what we've tried to do is we've tried to transcend what I call the typical network marketing mindset.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't I want to talk to Kenny? Why wouldn't I want, to have that type of friendship? When everybody was saying, why would you? My question was, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And as much as you felt that you've learned from me, I want to let you know that I've watched you for a very long time. And one of the best moments we've had is when, my wife and you and Chante, we had a chance to go to dinner one night, and we sat there for a long time, and we just talked 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 and we talked. And you know what? I hope what comes from this call is more of that, of people recognizing the real truth and the real, where the real wealth is set up. The real wealth is not in the comp plan.
Yes.
Because everybody on this call who's spoken has probably changed comp plans 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 15 times. And that's not going to stop. But what I can tell you is my friend, Kenny, my friend, Chante, that's what I value. That's what I will always value. And that's what I hope people recognize the most. Not who made the most money with Kenny, and not who made the most money from Kenny, but who values what Kenny and Chante have to deliver, because that's much bigger than network marketing. And I can tell you guys are way bigger than MLM to me. And so I'm honored to just be a part of this, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. As I told you, I had an event over here, and I thought you were having a physical event, but to have it on this call here, I'm proud that you even wanted to honor me. But man, this honor is really about you and Chante, your contribution to this industry, what you've done. A lot of people live lives that are completely different because you stood up and made your names counted, and I'm grateful. I'm eternally grateful for it.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna share one thing with you, man, before we get off, man. I remember one time I came out to your house, man, and you said, "Hey, Kenny, man, I'm finishing up a conference call, man. You can sit in here and just chill. I'll be out here in about 20 minutes, right?" And in that 20 minutes, I'm sitting there, and it was like weird for me, man, because it's like, damn, man, it's like sterile in here. It's like, I mean, the vibe, the energy is just different, man. And I recognize, I told Chante it was the energy of someone who has no financial issues, that has peace, right? The energy, the vibration, everything. And what really made it weird, Holden, I know you have a reputation for being a good trainer, but when I saw your dog open up the door, man, I mean, that's when I saw your dog get up, man, and open up the door, man, I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, man, but hey, man, listen, the experience has been great, man. Thank you very much for getting on, man. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Holton.
All right.
Absolutely. Love you guys.
Hey, man, we'll go out and have dinner next time and smoke another cigar when you come in town, okay?
No problem. I'll be back to H-Town in about a week or two. I'll call you.
All right, call me, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Safe travel.
Man, it's a beautiful thing, man, to have people, man, and because this industry is about relationships, man. Y'all gonna see a classic example shortly, but
building relationships, people, is so important.
Yeah, it is. But the next one, I got to talk about like TLC, right? Now, when I talk about TLC, like how I found TLC was a guy named Johnny Green. I don't know if Johnny made it. You know, Johnny's a little shy for things like this. Johnny, you on the line? Oh,
Johnny!
Can you believe he made it,
Johnny! Johnny gives the best gift.
I owe you $20. He made it on.
Johnny gives the best gift.
Hey,
Johnny!
Look, let me tell you all something. Johnny and I have known each other for a while.
No. Let me tell y'all.
Okay,
this.
go on.
Let me tell y'all this. When we was in Artists International, Johnny used to live in the building next door to us. And Kenny, I used to be outside on the curb talking to Johnny, and Kenny would be jealous because he thought Johnny was trying to rap to me. And that wasn't the case. He was just talking. Johnny was really trying to recruit us. And so fast forward, when Kenny got a chance to meet Johnny personally and develop his own relationship with Johnny, then they've been friends ever since. And I just love it.
Yeah, I did. I don't know about jealous, but I did say I'm getting ready to go down here and find out who he is for real. Okay, but I did go down and find out that Johnny has been one of the best friends I've had in this industry.
Yes, he has.
I mean, for real, like Johnny and I, we talk. Johnny was responsible for me getting into TLC, and I tell everybody that. I don't know if anybody knows that, but Johnny, man, we went on a journey because we looked at about 12 different companies, man. I mean, like, and they were all talking about, well, we'll love to fly you out. And I would tell Johnny, I'm not getting on a damn plane to fly. Man, just come and send me some products and let me check it out, man. And I mean, like, and then we finally narrowed it down to two. And one of them was B-Hip, right? And we went out to visit B-Hip, but we first met with Terry LaCour. That's how I met Terry.
Yes.
And so we went out to dinner with Terry. Then Terry said, wait, tomorrow later on when you leave me, you'll go meet with my CEO. And the CEO is named Marty Hale, right? Man, we went and met with Marty Hale, and Marty was saying some things to me. I swear, like in 2 minutes.
What was that, at Seasons 52?
Yeah, it's 2 minutes of the conversation. I said, Marty, this is not for us, man. This is not a good match. And I swear, I saw Marty, and we went and joined TLC. But I saw Marty about a year after that, and I told Marty, I love you, man. He said, what he said? I said, I love you. Because if you hadn't said those words that you said, I would have never joined TLC. And that's where God meant for me to be.
Yes.
And you to this day probably don't understand why you said the things you said, but God made you say those words to sway me to where I was supposed to be. But Johnny is responsible for me being in TLC. And Johnny has a wisdom of this industry, man. And the greatest attribute he has, Johnny moves quiet. He's not loud, but he is respected by, like probably 99% of the CEOs, white, black, Hispanic, whatever. But you got to know him. But he has character, man. And we've become very good friends of the family, you know. And Johnny, I just want you to know, man, that, man, I appreciate you, man, for real. Like, this journey, you know, this journey has been something else, man. But, hey, man, I appreciate you being on this journey with me, man. And you really, you know, contributed to me changing my life for real. I want you to know that for us.
I thank you so much. But I definitely appreciate everything that you guys stand for and everything that you all do. And it's great to see both you and Chante on this call, going out in style on your own terms, in your retirement. You know, the first time I met Kenny is I was living in Atlanta, and I was actually at an artist presentation. I just wanted to check it out to see what the buzz was about. And I saw Kenny doing a presentation. He had it down. I was like, man, these people, they turned it up. They on fire. And so, but I never joined Artists International. So I ended up moving to Houston. And of course, we was in the same, we were neighbors actually. So that was pretty cool. And I saw Chante. He was right. I was trying to recruit her. Had zero success with that. But she was walking her little dog out. And then I ended up seeing Kenny and we reconnected. But I want to talk about the things that most people never, ever see. All the stuff that go on behind the scenes. And with Kenny and Chante, I'll never forget. I don't even know if you guys remember this. I'm from Kentucky. So it was Thanksgiving. I was working. I wasn't able to go home. And Kenny was like, hey, look, you know, you just come by the house. You know, you can get some food. We cooking up, you know, all that stuff. And I was different because when I went over to the house, I spent my Thanksgiving dinner with Kenny and his family and everything. They treated me like family. And so that was something they didn't have to do. But I never forgot that gesture. I never forgot that good deed. And when we came in, he was like, hey, we're looking for a company. What do you have? And he's right. We went through a bunch of different things. And we ended up going to TLC. And it wasn't the fact that they joined TLC. It was the fact that so many lives were touched from that moment. They created one of the most dynamic runs in the industry. And it was just touching to see how many people they helped. People got their dream cars, got their dream houses, got out of debt. You know, it was crazy. It was an incredible run. And obviously not very many people get to say, hey, I want to start my own company. You had a chance to get that taste and start your own company and recreate some success in that industry with your company, create some millionaires again. And not too many people can do it over and over and over and over again. I would say with this industry, you're going out on top, you're going out on your own terms, you're going out in style, but you have touched so many lives, you changed so many lives. You've given an inspiration to people all over the world, and you've given people hope. You're giving people hope, you're giving people desire, and you have allowed so many people to succeed. And this industry, you're definitely going to be missed from the industry. A lot of people don't know when you get to the top, it's a lot harder to stay at the top than it is when you first start. So it's people I always like to say this industry is simple. I never tell anybody it's easy because people don't see the blood, the sweat, the tears, and everything that goes on behind the scenes. They don't see the sacrifices that you take away from Chante, your family, and everything else. They don't see the miles you put on your car or the airlines that you all the flights and all that stuff. People don't see that. And that's when you want to go to the top of the game and be number one, that's just part of what it is. You know, so we definitely will definitely respect everything you've done. We definitely appreciate everything you've done. I don't care what nobody say. Kenny, hands down, is the best MC that I've ever seen in this industry. So we're going to miss those lavish network marketing parties. Get together with MLM and unions. I don't know where your DJ's at, but
okay.
Congratulations on your retirement. You guys enjoyed it. And, you know, you've done everything you could. So congratulations.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it, man. We love you, man. We love you, brother. I appreciate you. So I have to also, you know, when I came, we would have never had to see this. There's several reasons we had the success we did. The CEO at TLC, Jack Fallon, was one of them because it's very rare that you have a CEO that gives you carte blanche, that really believes in you before he sees it.
Yeah.
You know, but Jack has vision.
Yeah.
And he really subscribed to the vision that we shared with Hold on. Hold on. Let me stop right there and explain that, okay? Let me explain that. Let me explain that. All right,
That
right
was
now.
an event in New Orleans.
That was an event in New Orleans, and me and Jack said we're gonna make everybody laugh, right?
Yes.
So we were backstage acting like we didn't hear, like the mic was on by mistake, and we was saying, I said, Jack, I'm gonna make you look bad on stage, man, because I'm definitely gonna be sharper than you. I said, he's like, nah, Kenny, you know, I'm the CEO, you know, I'm gonna look better than you. I stepped my game up. I said, no. And so we said we're gonna let everybody out there in the audience make the decision. Man, when we walked out there in the leopard suits, they went crazy.
Looking like clowns.
I mean, man, they died laughing. But that's
it was fun.
It's an example of what kind of guy Jack is. You know, he went along with it because it's very, like I said, it's very rare that you have a CEO that will not only subscribe to your vision, but put the resources behind to bring it to fruition.
Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons that we won big at TLC, and TLC continues to win because Jack's not afraid, you know, and he has a spirit. Plus, Jack, I know Jack got some soul in him. Somewhere down the line, you know, somebody crossed over because, you know, I mean, but man, he and I, we traveled the world together, man, and laid the foundation for the company, man. I had a ball, you know, and that part of my life I'll never forget. So I want to thank Jack. I also got to say,
thank you,
Fred Herzog. Fred, God bless his soul.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, he passed on, but Fred was a big influence on me when we went over there because anytime you go to a new company, you're vulnerable because you're starting off new, you know, and you have the pressure to really excel. And he really calmed me down, shared some things with me. He was a buffer between me and the guy that was my upline, and he really helped me out in dealing with Jack. So Fred and his family, I just want to say, if anybody representation of his family is here, I want to say, man, I loved your dad, man, and I'll never forget him because he's a big part of the story too, right? Man, I could. There's a girl that I say is the Latino Stormy Wellens named Anna Quintero. I got to tell you, man, you know, and I don't have time to really tell that story about we first met Anna, but let's say it wasn't funny then, but it's hilarious now. But I always said that she is the Latin version of Stormy because she's a bad girl. I mean, I swear she and Stormy must have had, you know, I mean, come from the same lineage or something because they are both the same, man. And I watched this girl. We used to go to the DR, go to South America, and man, over in the United States, we'd have meetings. It'd be 800 people. We go over there, it'd be 8,000 people in stadiums. So I just want to shout out to her because she made it worth it. You know, when you see people start and you see them grow,
especially in the third world country.
It made it worth it. I'm gonna move it along. The first person I put into the system at TLC was James Dentley. We had a contest because anybody know me, you know that, you know, on principle, I'm gonna be fair. Yeah, some of y'all will probably say, y'all don't know me. But just look at the people who are on you do know me, right?
Right.
And you know, we were gonna be fair about it. We said whoever puts in the most apps at 300 or more, we're gonna put in the system first. James Dentley put 69 applications in 1 week, and they ranged from $300 to $1,200, and he went in first. James was a big part of my success over there too, because I learned a lot from James. And I'll tell you, one of the things I did, you know, James is a masterful public speaker, but he's a masterful people person.
Yes.
And he always taught me stuff, man. He doesn't even know. One of the things I learned that I use a lot, when I had to say something hard to people, he used to always say, Kenny, do I have permission to you know, speak something to you, you know, speak some truth to you? And I'll be like, well, it depends on what truth is going to be, James. You know, and then I finally say, yeah, you know. And so when I give him permission, he would say it. So I really learned that, you know, because it's psychological. It's been very psychological. But I learned a lot from him, man. And I didn't have to do a lot with James. I did a few meetings for James. I think, you know, he really knew my commitment to him and his team when we first started. And I would go to Chicago for him in February when it was like 5 feet of snow, 5 feet of snow. But the thing that blew my mind about James had a real bad knee. He couldn't even hardly walk. But James was out there walking to the meeting and standing up and doing the meeting. And I knew he really wanted. So, man, I was willing to do whatever I need to do for him. So it gives me great pleasure. James, I just want to honor you, man, because you're a big part of this lifestyle that I'm living now, man. Wouldn't have done it without you, my brother.
Hey,
So,
James.
hey, James, what's going on?
Hello, 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 hello.
How you
Shante, I
doing?
love that smell. I am phenomenal. I am doing outstanding. Life is very, very good. And I want to thank you. But I want you to know, though, Kenny, maybe you don't know this, but I had no intention on ever doing network marketing again. This is my 30th year in the industry, and I did not want to do it. The only reason I joined TLC because it was you, and we didn't even know each other. You know, you had come to Chicago about another company I won't even talk about, something else you were doing, and you were the leader, but you were standing off to the side against the wall, and I could feel your energy and that presence that you had. And I knew that if I was ever going to do this again, I wanted to work with someone. I did not want to be the head guy. I was well beyond that. I was speaking, training, coaching, doing my own thing. But I wanted to work with you because of the strength and the confidence that you exude just as a man, as a figure of a leader. And that really drew me to do it because I had no intention of joining this company. It wasn't any other reason but you, because I was pretty much done with the industry and moving on to another chapter. So I thank you and I thank Shantae for, when I went through a lot of challenges where I went through cancer, sarcoidosis, I've had a new hip, a new knee. Boy, it wasn't one thing, it was another, but you were always so kind, so gracious, so heart-centered. It was so many things that were going on, but yet still never stopping, never stopping. So as I taught you that one thing that you always remind me, it is, do I have your permission to be perfectly honest with you right now, or to share something with you? Because a person, I always ask a question, I know the answer would be yes. But I learned so much from you, man. I learned so much from you because being in the industry as long as I have, as a top money earner, as an owner of a company and a master distributor of a company, I came in and just wanted to be quiet and do the work. And I was so thankful to have you there as that leader and Shantae there as that other, the two leadership, those two energies coming together created a smooth path. One broke up the concrete, another one smoothed the pavement. So I want to thank you guys. So last thing I would tell you is this, that you guys remind me of, I talk about a story of an apple tree. And when you get an apple, you can cut the apple open and you can count the number of seeds in the apple, but you can never count the number of apples in the seed. And I want to thank you both for becoming that seed that will permeate, that will touch lives from here on through all of us and through everyone you've ever touched and everyone that ever heard you, just heard the sound of your voice and believed, even if they weren't in your company at the time, believed in what you said, that you gave them that spark that something special could happen in their life as it happened for yours. So I'm happy for you guys, thankful for you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you,
Thank
James, man.
you,
We
James.
appreciate you
We
very much, man.
appreciate you.
Thank you, man. And
Yeah.
listen, you and I will talk. We'll talk, okay? Thank you very
You
much,
got it.
Thank
brother.
you,
All
James.
right,
I'm gonna
appreciate
I'm gonna go play with my basketball today with your daddy name on it. I'm gonna go play with that.
it. Hey, man, I gave those to very few people, man, for real.
Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it moving. So the next part of the journey was Tapa, right? And it was a hard decision because when I with TLC, I was really gonna retire after that. And then I had somebody ask me about meeting with Terry. Would I meet with Terry LaCour? And this leads me to the next. Was a real. I mean, from the moment I was in TLC, she was a real blessing, man. Because you always have the real power in this industry is quiet. Me out tremendously. Like she was always available for me. Without having Lisa Grossman to call and talk to. And the one thing about Lisa, if you have a thin skin, you don't want to call her
Right.
because I'm gonna tell you, she's gonna give it to you. And she's gonna tell you, what is it you really want to say now? I don't have a lot of time. Let's just get to the point here. If you need some help, okay? Because clearly you need some help if you're calling me, right? And I mean, and I'm talking about just a beautiful relationship, man. She would extend an invitation for me and Shantae to come to their lake. Did Lisa make it on?
Lisa, are you there?
Okay, I don't know that Lisa made it on.
No, she's not there.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving, but I wanted on record that this is not happening without Lisa Grossman for sure. Okay.
Lisa.
Somebody, okay, she popped up. We interrupted for her.
Okay.
The next thing is that with Tava was more of a thing of significance for me. I really wanted to show our people, Black people, that we could be in ownership. We really, and so for me, it was a win, but I think our time was up with that. We had a lot of people, man, that really believed in us. I want to really thank every Tava distributor, man, that went that was, to the end with us. That really, I don't care, thick and thin, through hell and high water, you all stuck with us. And many of you all are on here, man. And Chante, will forever be appreciative of you guys.
Yes, sure.
It's indicative of what we're about. We just, but yeah, we want to make money, but we're about relationships and having fun too. Man, we did that with Tava. So I got to, as I think about Tava, I thank Lisa, but I have to thank Terry LaCour. Terry, yes. And I would tell you, Terry is undoubtedly the most powerful person in network marketing. Yeah. He's quiet. I didn't even ask him to do this because he wouldn't want to do it, right?
Right.
And don't worry, Demond, I see you. I got you too. But he, he is the most powerful guy. And man, but he's one of the nicest guys that you ever meet. And this guy has blessed me 7 ways to Sunday. And I'm going to tell you, he's a billionaire with his wisdom, invited me to his home, invited me to stay at his home. That's how you really know when the true essence of people and their heart, So I got to thank Terry. I got to thank Lachelle Pierre. Now, Lachelle, I can talk about that for a while. Lachelle was with me for 9 years, been with me for 9 years. I'm not here without Lachelle. I used to tell people, they're like, Kenny, you want me to email you? I say, yeah, if you want to email into a black hole, and everybody knew to talk to Lachelle. Lachelle really kept me solid. She kept me stable. She had my back. She protected me, and she was just a good look, man. The people loved her. So none of this, I would not be here without her. And I just want to honor her this evening because we really, Sean and I love you, your family.
Yes, we love you.
And even now you're down with it. So, man, and listen, I just want you to know, man, I'm just grateful for this journey that we're on and we continue to be on. And we really love you. You there, Lachelle?
She's there. They say we fuzzy. Are we still fuzzy, Lachelle?
If we fuzzy, somebody need to clean the camera.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Kenny, can you guys hear me? And I don't know why my camera's not on. I just want to say to you all.
Is it better?
Oh, wait, I think we were freezing.
Are we better now?
Are we good now?
Yeah, I hear you all. Oh, there we go.
What's going on? Is that the leopard outfit you got on?
Oh man, I have laughed, I have cried, I have done everything tonight. I'm just honored actually to be a part of this evening. And for anybody who wants the real behind the scenes stories, give me a call. I got it. No.
Ooh, if you just knew what I had on the table here, you wouldn't be saying that.
That's why I did it here and not over there. But okay. I want to say, because I realized it's actually been 12 years. And I did not know 12 years ago when you guys came into our insurance agency that my life would be changed. And there were several pivotal points, but there are just a couple of things, kind of like Johnny said, that I want to talk about, the behind the scenes things that people really don't know. And when we met, it was 2 years after we initially met, and you called me and you asked me to be your assistant. And I remember at that time, I was like, assistant? I don't want to be an assistant. But what I remember is when we originally met, and it was a business deal that didn't work out. But we didn't know that you guys were struggling, right? And the business deal didn't work out, and business is business, so it was cool. But I remember going to you guys and saying, hey, we were expecting to get paid X amount of dollars. And my daughter is a senior in high school at a private school, and I cannot pay her tuition. I really was counting on this money. And what I remember is you all writing a check and covering my daughter's tuition at that time, not knowing of the financial struggle that you all were going through. And so when Kenny called me back and asked me to be his assistant, and even though I thought, I don't do that, but I said, you know what? I remember what they did. And I was like, okay, I can make some phone calls. I could send some emails for them. No problem. Started working at the home office, right? In the corner in the office, right? And they know I didn't take it seriously. And after about 2 months of working there, Kenny, as he so colorfully can express himself, he sat me down in the office and he said, hey, Pierre, we're cool, right? I said, yeah. He was like, cut for you, right? I said, yeah. And he said, I'll fire your A, right? Which y'all know he didn't say A. And I was like, okay. But it was because I wasn't taking it seriously. But instead of him just saying, okay, let me get somebody else, I remember going to the very first event that this was my first time going to in network marketing. And he took me to the event in Peru, introduced me to Jack Fallon, John Licari, all the TLC executive team. And I remember at that point thinking, wow, seeing the magnitude of what he was responsible for. And I thought, okay, they need a real assistant. And from there, the rest is history. And I am grateful, and I'm glad, Chante, that you are on, because, and the ladies need to know this, because you don't see this a lot. And hopefully we will see it more, but a woman who will celebrate another woman, who will uplift another woman, who will encourage. Not only was my life changed, my children's life changed, but I've got to say this to you, Chante, because during that time, during this tenure of me working for you guys, and my godchildren started living with me, my goddaughter, and they were going through some things in life. And so not only did you and Kenny look out for me, look out for my kids, but my goddaughter, who was, I moved from Sunnyside to Sugarland, because I was able to change my zip code, okay? Mm-hmm. And you poured into her. And right now, today, she is in college today, okay? They didn't turn out to be a statistic. And so I thank God for the seeds that both of you have sown, like I said, not only into my life, but into theirs. And it's priceless. And so congratulations to both of you on this retirement. What are we doing, Chante? What beach are we going to first?
Okay, we need to plan a trip ASAP, because we are way overdue, Lachelle.
Kenny owes us a trip. I have not forgotten.
He does. Yes, he does. I cannot wait. We appreciate you, because all the hard work, and I know my husband are depending on you 24/7, calling you all during the night, having you do all kind of crazy things. I just want to say thank you to you, because we could not be where we are today if we didn't have Lachelle Pierre, okay? Because, I wouldn't be doing all those things, right? I tell you all the time, don't answer that phone, girl. If he called, don't answer.
But and that's what I'm saying. And that is the beauty of it, and Chante, you were the main one that said, okay, you need to have a life. You need to have balance. in addition to everything that you're doing, Chante will come up to you. Look, get the lipstick off your teeth, girl. Let me fix your hair. Here, put this on. And so that's not celebrated enough. So I want to say thank you for just being that woman, that encourager in everything, even in the midst of what you all go through. So thank you. And Kenny, I cannot say how much I have learned in this opportunity. And I will forever be grateful for all of the experiences, the travel, all the times when you were like, you need to fix that, change that. Oh my goodness. But everything made me better. And for that, I'm grateful. And I thank you.
Girl, you learn how to curse. You learn how to just talk. You learn how to fight. It's been a rough. You learned a lot, didn't you, Lachelle?
A lot.
Kenny.
I mean,
that's the Yale figure on here, man. Everything from the kids, the puppies, everything. We've done it all together.
I've done it all for real, man. And we ain't done. I love you, Lachelle. I appreciate you.
Yes,
okay?
we not
Love
done
y'all
yet,
too.
girl.
We ain't done. So I appreciate you, babe. So listen, and I mean it, man, affectionately. Somebody else who couldn't be here is Jaylene Mack. But let me just address the person that is here. And this brother here, you know, I've known him for a while. I remember he and his wife came to my house, man, because we were trying desperately to get him to join TLC, but it just wasn't in his heart, man. And I would call the brother who bought him and ask him every day, man, what happened to Demond Crump, man? What happened to Demond Crump? Because I just knew that Demond would be big over here, man, would help take us to another level. But he chose the right path, okay? And you know what? The one thing about Demond is that Demond is really, like, a lot of people talk about, you know, supporting our people and helping our people and bringing our people together. He don't talk about it. You know, he like I say, he be about it. And he is, because I watched him, you know, over the last 7 months trying to bring a group of people together, man, and not trying, because he's going to make it happen, you know, and I'm going to have more time to make it happen with him. But he's, and then, man, his business, he has a business model that is out of this world, man. And you know what? A lot of people, when they make millions and they make a lot of money, they don't like to share the formula, man. But this brother unselfishly shares the formula, man. If I call him and ask him anything about business, anything about it, man, he will take all the time in the world to get on there and just share with me and pour his heart out, man, because this guy, man, really wants people to win. And it's Demond Crump. Demond, you come on up, man. I want you to come up. And I want you to know, man, hey, brother,
Hey there, Miss Chante, Kenny. Glad to be here, brother.
We love you, man. I'm telling you that, man. You're a real ambassador, not just to the industry, you know, but you're an ambassador to the people, man. And and I appreciate you, because I don't want to talk about on here, brother, but you already know, man, you've given me like $1 million worth of advice and guidance, okay? Real talk for free. And I hope it's for free.
No, Kenny, man, seriously. Well, first of all, man, it's an honor for you to even bring me on this platform, not only with you and your lovely wife, man, but so many greats that I just saw you bring up, you know, just listening and taking it all in. And real briefly, man, I just want to say you blessed my life more than you know. And I never shared this with you privately, you know, when we talk regularly. But I was at your house when I was there with your lovely wife and every beautiful home in Missouri City. And you shared with me, I'll never forget, you were leaning back on your sofa, kick back like you do. You know, you're the coolest dude in the world. You know, you sitting there talking, got your head kicked back, legs crossed, and you looked at me. You said, Demond, man, you said, man, don't do it if you don't have that peace.
Yeah.
You got to have peace, man. And whatever you do, you don't know that's the seed you sown in my career to get me to where I am, because that's what I need to be able to move and do what it is that I do. And I've been able to find that peace, Kenny. And just like you said, man, that's what I do. I share it, because you're right, man. We got to have that heart. We got to stop the competition, and it's got to be more collaboration, man. Everybody's winning in their lane. So why, you know, tear each other down and not come together, brother? So you was that seed you sown in my life, brother. You don't know what you did for me in your house that day. And that peace is what I look for. And I center myself around, and I see that's what you and your lovely wife have now. As man, you're making your exit on your terms. And brother, I'm going to always be here for whatever y'all need and whatever I need to do to help you continue on your journey in the way that you see fit. Good brother.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man.
We definitely appreciate
look,
it.
man, we definitely appreciate it. And you know you're gonna be hearing from me. And I told you when I come to Atlanta, we're gonna get together and break bread, man. And you come to Houston, you let me know, man. We definitely break bread, okay?
Yes, sir. All right, sir.
Man, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for waiting too, man. So in Tava, Jaylene Mack, man. I can't say Jay. Jay is one of my best friends, as is Lachelle. But I've known Jay for a while, but Jay is my attorney too. And man, she's been a blessing, man. I mean, like the entire time. Somebody that you don't hear me talk about it, but I'll tell you this, as it pertains to Tava, I would have, Tava would not have been as successful as it was, and the person is not in this picture if it wasn't for Kevin Harris. Kevin came on board with me. Took a lot of convincing to get him to come on board. Sometimes things happen, man. Business is not flourishing enough. But Kevin Harris, and I want to set the record straight, man. He was a major contributor. Our first 2 years in Tava, man, we were doing great. We did phenomenal. And we would not have done that without Kevin, because Kevin was really the director, not director of operations, but he was COO. Mm-hmm. And then then I asked him to take the role of sales too. But he lived, he slept, man, and he ate Tava. He was really, really committed. And to this day, losing Kevin really haunted me to this day. It really hurt me because we became very good friends, man. And I love that brother, man, and I just wanted to give him his flowers,
Yes.
I wanted him to know. And then the angels, the ladies that were in customer service, they Angel, we call them the angels, like Megan, man. Megan was a beautiful thing, man. She helped us out tremendously. Rosalind, my sister-in-law, Callie, Nefertiti, Angel, and Ariella. I want to reach out to y'all and thank y'all very much for helping us out in that journey with Tava. And especially Deborah in accounting for LaCour, because man, I don't know where we would have been without her, man. She pulled more rabbit out the hats than I can even begin to imagine. But this journey has been amazing. But I do want to say this, that there's somebody that you haven't heard me talk about a lot, but it's like this sister named Stormy Wellington, and Stormy, through my journey, she has been with me every place I have gone.
Oh my God, I remember that picture.
It made money. Okay, let me back up first. Let me back up because I got to do this before I forget. Yeah, you can keep that picture up there. I got to say this as regards to TLC. A lot of people will say that, Kenny, you built TLC. And I want to set the record straight tonight that Kenny Lloyd did not build TLC alone. It was Kenny and Chante Lloyd, Irwin and Twyla Portis, God rest Irwin's soul, and Greg and Lydia Scott. Mm-hmm. And it was initially before Stormy came over, and it was Jack. Without this group, we just shared a vision that everybody subscribed to. But we built TLC. It's not Kenny and Chante. Mm-hmm. We built that, man, and we all were struggling our butts off when we first joined, man. But sometimes things get in the way, and I hate the way things ended. But I do want to set this record straight as I'm exiting. That it was not. It's not me. It was, like I said, Greg and Lanika played a big part. They had been out. When I talked to them about joining the company, Greg and Lanika had been out of the industry for a while, and I knew that Lanika had great skills on social media, and people really liked them. And I knew they would be able to recruit a lot of people. Irwin and Twyla, nobody could outwork Irwin. Irwin was close to 71 when he left here. And Erwin would allow me to. Me and Twyla would talk every morning for about 45 minutes every morning. And I would hear a door shut. She would say, "Bye, babe." And it'd be like 7:30. I'd be like, "Where's Erwin going?" To work. Erwin said, "You can't make any money in the house." And Erwin was going to get it. Okay. And every day. And the thing is, with Twyla was a great nurturer. And she was great on the stage in front of the room. So I just want to give them a shout out and say that, no, it was not me. It was all of our efforts together help put TLC. So I got to come back now because I didn't want to forget that. But last but not least, like I say, every step of the way, Rocky, come on, show. I swear to God, like I was going through pictures today, and I called that person. I said, "Damn it, Stormy, do you know that every picture on every part of my journey, that you're in the picture when I make the most money I've ever made in my life?" And we built a brother and sisterhood because Stormy, and I know a lot of people probably get mad to hear me talk about Stormy, but I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because we built something that's deeper than money. I'll never forget the story when I first tried to get Stormy to join TLC.
That was at my wedding. That looks like Mania.
That was, and I teased Stormy about this picture. I hope she's on there watching.
Look like little Malaya.
Yeah, and I teased Stormy about Stormy. You knew it was an all white wedding. You do anything to market yourself. Your ass wore black, knowing that you're gonna stand. Or you do anything
that was
to
just
stand.
a coat.
I know, but she put it on purpose. I always tell her that, right? But she was in the picture, and I'll tell you how I met Stormy. We were artists, man, and artists did it big. I ain't gonna lie. They chartered a plane for the top people, top platinums in the company, top earners. A plane, they had a whole plane for us. And everybody was in the back partying and laughing and everything. And Chante was asleep on the plane. But everybody was back there partying, laughing loud. And I saw Stormy sitting up about, and I wasn't either because I was thinking about making this money. How am I gonna get this money for real and get to the next level of money? And Stormy was sitting about 4 rows up in the aisle seat, man. And so I'm like, damn. So I said, well, let me go up here and get to and introduce myself really to Stormy. And I went up there and sat next to her and we talked. And the rest is history, man. We became great friends. And, the thing is, like, I tell people all the time that I would say this boldly, that me and Stormy got to be probably the best 1-2 punch team in the industry. I think nobody could beat us because every company that we've worked together in, we've always won very big. But Stormy is big on principle. We work together. We stay in contact. Yeah, it hurt her when I left TLC. Hurt her when I left OG. She was mad as hell when I left TLC. Mad as hell when I left. But it hurt me as much as it hurt her because I really missed her energy. Because her energy. See, you got iron sharpens iron. You got to have somebody next to you that has the kind of energy that continuously inspires you. Inspires you, like keeps you as a youthful energy, a powerful energy. That when I'm down, she lights me up. When she's down, I light up, and I give her permission to say things to me that I might be uncomfortable hearing, and she does the same thing. And to show evidence of principle, man, like here's somebody that she don't have to get on here and wait till the end. I'm surprised she ain't coming on complaining about when am I. Oh, look over here! Oh my God! Look over there! Oh my God! Oh, you made me so God! You made me
Let me tell y'all something. When she called me yesterday and said, "Sean, I'm gonna surprise Kenny, and I'm gonna fly in town for the call." And I was like, "Oh my God, he would be ecstatic. He would be so happy to see you." She said, "Okay, get my boy some balloons. Call somebody and find somebody to get him some balloons and order some balloons." I'm like, "Stormy, it's last minute. It's graduation. Ain't nobody got time to be getting us some balloons." She said, "Well, just try and see." I said, okay. And I was just so excited. I'm serious. You just don't know how happy
I am. Oh. That you can't. Don't cry. You know I love y'all.
So we sitting in the backyard getting ready for the Zoom, and so Chante said my brother, this little Greg, he's coming to get his son Zaire's backpack, and so I see some because I got the lights and I'm seeing the light. I'm like, that don't look like Renika, right? And they walked up like, Stormy. Look, man, this girl flew in town because she knew I was retired. And flew in town to honor me, and words can't express how honored I am that she would. And not only did she come, she bought me like this big pail, but wait till Chante go together. She's so crazy. That's why I was laughing when it first started, because she's like, I know you still got dreams. I know you still got dreams. So she shot these little cars, a little Lambo, a little car. That's what I'm talking about, the inspiration. I know you still got dreams. You ain't that old, are you? And I'm looking at the cars. I'm like, and then they were interrupting me because the more I try to push it back, they're the kind when you push it back, they wind up and go forward. I'm like, Stormy. And and then too, when I told her I was retiring, she didn't believe me at first. I said, I'm retiring. And she really was happy for it. She really celebrated me being retired, and talked about what's the next phase, And I told her what I really wanted to do in my retirement, and she said, listen, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to show you how to do it. Look, she came with a basket. So I don't even know. So hold on. Let's see what Stormy got me.
Okay, so we got blue pill or red pill. Which one? I got him some Depends. You want to retire? I got some for you. This your size? You want to retire? I got him some Raisin Bran. I got him some Raisin Bran. He want to retire. This is retire. People eat for breakfast. Okay, look. I got him a nice little polo. I know how you like his polo with a little polo hat.
Right. Come on. He loves his beach wear.
This is a little beach wear, so he go outside.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, this some cologne. This that good rich. This that money fragrance right here.
Is that money fragrance?
Is this mine? This for Chante Flower Bomb, because she has always taught me about flowers. Hold on, wait. I got you another little beach outfit because you're gonna be retired, so you say,
Look.
Another
Hell yeah.
I got little shorts. Wait. And then I got this picture. Oh my God. This is
man, that is so crazy.
Right? This is so beautiful. And then I made this is bootleg, but I made it with my own hands because this is my love. I made this with my own hands, okay?
You did this whole basket.
We're gonna pop a bottle tonight.
Yes.
But I need you to go ahead and get up. Let me have my seat.
All right, let me get up. Let me let her.
My seat.
Let me let her have a seat. Since she came here and surprised me. Can you believe she bought me some Depends? Okay.
You can't get
Hey, I swear to y'all, this was not playing. I'm telling y'all now.
So I just want to say, first of all, I had to be here, number one, because I truly am so grateful for Kenny and Chante Lloyd. I truly would not be the woman I am today if it was not for their love, their leadership, their example, their guidance. I walk through the house and I see little pieces of things in my house that I got from them. A lot of who I am today as a woman, as a businesswoman, as one of the number one network marketing females in the world is because of their leadership and their mentorship. And it's kind of interesting because I was sitting in the back and I was thinking about how much I know Kenny. And I was like, wait a minute, is he really going to retire? I don't believe it. I said, he'll do anything to get some attention. He going to figure it out. He is not just gonna retire. He can't take it. He's not gonna be able to do it. But so he say, but I think retirement is like bankruptcy. We use it when we need it. And then people like Kenny and I, we just come back and we come back stronger. But this is what I'll say, and I don't know who needs to write this down, but if you practice the principles, you get to participate in the promise.
That's right.
And that's something that I learned, from Holton Bugs years ago. And I built my business like that. And I learned so much from Kenny. I just want to share with you one thing that I learned that I live to and live by to this very day. People ask me all the time, like, Stormy, why is it that you have consistent wins? And I tell them that, I live my life on this acronym, and it's called RICH. How do you stay rich? How do you get rich and how you stay rich? And I want to break it down for you. Number one, respect. You got to respect those that have paved the way.
And whether people want to accept it or not, you know, Kenny and Chante Lloyd have paved the way for a lot of us in this industry. You know, they showed us that it can be done, regardless of your age, regardless of your background, regardless of your income going up and going down. You know, you got to respect those that have done it. And so respect is something that I live on, I live by, and I'm just so super grateful that I got to tell you, I respect that he is at the age of 65 and his home is paid off. He got all kind of luxury assets. And for me, when I see people go out the game, not in style, it hurts my feelings. It bothers me when I see people leave the industry or leave anything without grace. And for him to be leaving the industry with style and grace, we all should be proud and we all should salute him and salute Chante, because they are leaving with their dignity intact. And I tell you, for me, that's everything. I get brokenhearted when I see people winning and then they go broke. Or you ever see somebody lose their light? I don't like that. So to see them leaving this industry with dignity, it gives me something to aspire to do one day. And I'm only 44, so I got a long way to go. But so respect. The I is integrity. I got to tell you, integrity is not just not stealing or not lying, but integrity is taking responsibility for your success. A lot of us don't realize not being responsible for people and not being responsible with the purpose that God has instilled in us is not integrity. And when I look at what Chante and Kenny have done, they live a very integrous life. I remember when they first talked to me about TLC, and I was like, get out of here. I am not interested in that, okay? Get out of here. It's not going to work. It's stupid. I didn't believe in it at all. But you know what? They believed in me so much that they went another route to get somebody else to call me to get me in the industry, because they knew that I was not going to join them because my ego was getting in the way. Back then, I was very ego driven. I had to do a lot of work to become the woman I am today. But integrity is not just saying I'm not going to steal, I'm not going to lie. Integrity is becoming the person that you were meant to be. Integrity is not forgetting, you know, the people who resemble the life that you used to live. And so thank you all for coming to get me. And then the C is your character. You know, character can keep you places that your hustle ain't going to be able to take you. And so you got to have good character. You got to have good character. Character is how you treat people when nobody's looking. Character is how you treat the busboy, the housekeeper, the maid, the valet parking guy. You know, character is everything. And I watch them, especially Chante. Her character is impeccable. The way she shows up, her grace as a woman. You know, she's the one who taught me about flowers in your house and being a woman and how to carry yourself. And so character is everything. And lastly, I tell you this. I remember one time in my career, I got real big head. You couldn't tell me nothing. And Kenny and I had always been like this, right? And even though we hadn't been together in network marketing for the past, I don't even know how many years, people don't know we're still like this. We still talk. I don't let commission get in the way of the connection. You know, we have a genuine connection. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy that they retired now. He gonna be you know, doing more things with me. He think he retired. He is going to work with me. Okay. He don't got to sign up in my organization. He knows the game of network marketing. So especially, oh my gosh, Chante, oh, I can't wait. They going to work in my organization. So I'm letting everybody know, when y'all see Kenny in my organization, it's because I'm smart. He understands edification and facts tell and stories tell, and he understands principles. So to have someone of his caliber with his results in my organization is going to be everything. So I'm letting you know right now, I'm already booked. I already got them booked for May 25th. They're coming to my Dream Day event. I already told Jack and Lakari, hey, they working for me because they understand the principles. And I never forget, me and Kenny didn't talk for like 6 months, and it was pain to me. But I was standing firm on what I believed. You know, he always tells me I got three personalities, and one is very unreasonable. And I was two of them are unreasonable. Okay. And y'all, for 6 months we didn't talk, and it hurt me so bad. And I never forget when we finally talked, he said this, and I learned this from him, and I live by this to this day. The H in rich is honor. Watch this, honor and humility. Humility is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. Why am I here today? Because one day I'm going to retire. I don't know when that day is going to come. One day I'm going to live off the fruits of my labor. And I will want my student, my number one student, whoever that may be at the time, I want those students to come and see me. Honestly, this house should have been packed with all the lives that Kenny Lloyd has touched. People should have been coming from all over the world, you know, to touch the hem of his garment because of the contribution he has made. And so last night I was in where was I? I was in South Carolina, and I was supposed to go home, and I thought about it. I'm like, oh hell no, that's what I do this for. I'm rich, I got money. Why am I tripping? I called my sister and I said, hey, get me the closest flight that's gonna get me here. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going home. I could go to the mall and buy clothes. What am I doing? I could go to Neiman Marcus, whatever. So I rerouted my flight, and I came here because of honor and humility. I was not gonna let this day pass and I just be on some Zoom, not the impact and the contribution he has made on my life. And so to be here for me is me tapping into honor and humility. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm gonna be gone after this. You know, your life one day is gonna be the manifestation of those you choose to honor and those you choose to dishonor. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but if this man and this woman has made a contribution to your life any which way, you know, you owe it to them to continue to be successful. Continue to be successful. All the things that we have learned from them, you know, let's continue to put it into action. I feel like, you know, it's a blessing that they have been able to hear their eulogy while they're alive. They heard so many people. I heard you, Damar Crump. I heard you, Krishan Peace. I heard you, Mr. Holton Buggs, Mr. David Manitier, BJ Brown, Dorothy Cook, like all of us together to honor them is beautiful. And so I'm so grateful that I get to share the stage tonight with such amazing individuals. And I'm just so grateful that I've been able to learn from you. I tell my people, sometimes I wonder, man, where would I be if it wasn't for network marketing? The new age of network marketers are not like these individuals were in network marketing. The going to the houses, the sleeping at the houses, the come over, the eat, the Chante making my cream of wheat. Like I don't know. And I got goosebumps. I don't know if that's ever going to come back again. Those kind of relationships that we built in network marketing back in the day, I don't see that no more. No. But I just want to say thank you all for showing me sisterhood, brotherhood, motherhood, fatherhood. Thank you for coming to get me. Thank you for loving me and believing in me. Thank you for fighting for me. Thank you for cussing people out about me. That's right. And I just want to tell each and every one of us, we have been just blessed by their presence in this industry. And I still, to this very day, I tell my mentors, I will be your greatest story. You would die telling the world how Stormy Wonderson showed the world success through her example of what she learned. So don't forget, y'all, we all got a job, we all got a responsibility, and integrity is not just not lying and not stealing, but integrity is doing what you're supposed to do with your purpose, your assignment, and becoming successful. I'm talking about ultra successful that one day we can retire. Mm-hmm. One day, each and every one of us. Can you imagine retiring with honor like Kenny and Chante Lloyd? And so thank you all for being in my life. Thank you all for your contribution. And I think we all owe it to them to continue on to be great and to one day be able to say we retired with style and grace, but also we retired with receipts, because it's not about how successful we are. Success is not about how successful you are, but how you help other people to achieve success. Remember that. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna turn it back over to Mr. Kenny and Chante Lloyd. Y'all, let's drop some hearts. Let's drop some hearts. Let's drop some fire. And let's drop some big fist pump, because Kenny ain't retired. His ass gonna be working in my organization. Okay? You gonna put him to work? Put him to work.
Guess what?
Put him to work.
For some of these.
Hey,
and check this out. Listen, I want everybody to say to Stormy, put a fist up if you think that Stormy is just like, this is the little one, that she's having one shipped to me, a big one, right? Because she did say she rich, right? So if you believe, either one of these, red pill, blue pill, okay. If you think that Stormy should ship me one of these, come on, let me see you. That's right. Give us a gift. Yeah, I manifested. I know, I know tomorrow morning is gonna be one of these sitting out.
I think you need to get this one, because I don't know if you're gonna be able to get in.
And I might look sexy driving it, but I'm damn sure I ain't gonna look. Hey, but this right here. But before I get off climbing the plan, listen. There's one other person that I would be remiss if I did not honor. Right, somebody that has been working with me since like 2009. And y'all know it's Rocky. I know it's Tanya, right? Well, right. No, y'all know it's Tanya. I know it's Rock. Rock worked her ass off under duress and pressures and threats.
Okay, threats.
Me pulling my gun at the camera and say, I will be out there to visit you if you screw this up, Rocky. But Rocky worked her ass off to put this together. But Rocky worked hard with Tava. She's been with me since artist. And she's like family. She's been here to my house, and she knows she got an open, carte blanche here. So, Rocky, I want to tell you, man, I love you. I thank you very much, for all that you've done for me and all that you will continue to do. All right. In the spirit of honor and the spirit of excellence. I really want you to know that I really appreciate you. And I know you're not going to, show yourself, but I could not wrap this thing up. And I want to thank everybody. I see a lot of people, everything. To my son, you know what, do me a favor, Rocky, one more time. Put that picture up of me and my kids and Chante. If you put that picture, you see that picture? That picture is what this was about. It's like, for me, it's God first, family second. And they are what inspired me every day. Chante will tell you that I wanted them to have a leg up. My oldest son, Alexander, me and Chante stepped out on faith and built him a house in Atlanta, a brand new from the ground up, with a studio in the basement that costs as much as a house. Matter of fact, Robert Jackson, Nicola Jackson's husband, he's a contractor. He did it for us, right? And he did an excellent job, because you know what, you support your people, right?
Right.
He built it, and guess what? Everything that I wanted him to manifest for him did, because he was a Grammy nominated 2 years and won a Grammy this past year. Mm-hmm. My youngest son is in the music industry. My daughter, she's an entrepreneur. So everything that has inspired me, my son's his stage name is Alex. He's, like I say, he's a producer. I mean, he's a writer, he's a singer. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to do things for your children. Yes, right? And that's what we miss out on. We get in this business and we get caught up in so much bullshit that we take our eye off of what it's really about. Mm-hmm. And it's about creating generational wealth. Mm-hmm. And it really is. And for my children, I have put them in a better position to win. And that's all an adult, a parent wants to do before they leave this earth. They want to make sure that their kids, especially a man, I want to make sure that my wife don't have to marry somebody else because she broke when I go. I want to make sure that my children, like, they're good when I'm gone. They don't have to squabble over an insurance policy or my watch and my chains and stuff like that, because they're going to be good. Right. They're going to be good, and their children are going to be good. So that's what it's all about. So this career I have, people will say, no, I'm telling you now, Kenny is not going to be a distributor, work in the field. I'm going to really just consult and just share my gift with people. Stormy and I love Stormy, and to support because she asked me, what do you want to do, Kenny? I said, well, I think I really want to share my gift. I've had a lot of success, helped a lot of people have success. I want to share my gift, and I just have to create the platforms to do it. And she said, I'll tell you what you're going to do. I need you to speak to my team. She said, I'm going to be the first person to bring you out, and I need you to speak to my team and help influence them. But I need to know that you ain't still in network marketing. I need to know that you still ain't in network marketing. Stormy hit me with that, because my people, man, they miss you. I just couldn't tell you that before, because you like in another company and everything. I couldn't let you know. I can't have my people missing you and you with another company. I didn't want to tell you that. But for me, what has just happened is that you all see Stormy here. And I know the hate is always going to hate. And I don't care. But I didn't even know. Like I'm telling you, she surprised the hell out of me. But she came with gifts and she honored me. And that's what it's about. It's just about honor. You have to honor. I don't care what you go through. When you have people in your life that have helped elevate you, I don't care what you're going through. I just want to leave off here tonight and say, work it out. We adults. When you make a lot of money with somebody, don't let a misunderstanding, create years apart, man. Because you know what? I've seen it before. I've even experienced that working together with people, when the Temptations were together, they crossed over. They traveled the world and performed. But when they broke up, they struggled. They just struggle. So I want to say, man, I appreciate each and every one of you all for getting on here. My friends in Detroit, my TSU people, my Atlanta people, man. I love y'all, man, and appreciate you all support. I see Beauty, Joseph. I see Andy, Krishan, Nicole Cole. Shelly Felton, Kiki Sam, man. I see people, man, that have just been loyal, and just know that I might be gone, but if you ever need some advice if you ever need somebody to help you out, give you,
We are
you know,
here.
that
Y'all
we're
have our
here. You know,
contact
we're
number.
gone, but we're not gone. Okay, we still love y'all. So all I got to say to that is, I don't want to use Kobe stuff. Mom, but wait. You just spoke the computer. John, the computer. Oh, wait, hold on. Do you know that she just poured champagne on me, sprayed me with champagne? Listen, you know what? I swear to God, if Stormy's man was here, I would kick both her and Stormy's butt right now tonight, okay? They would be running around. You would see them running around my house, running from me, okay? Listen, I want to say goodbye. Listen, I love y'all.
We love you all.
know,
we appreciate you.
Man, it's been great. What's the music? What's the lifestyle? Come on, put on lifestyle. It's been a great run. Man, listen, it's been a great run. And listen, I'm going to miss it in about 3 months. You know, Krishan, hey, man, let me tell you something, baby. What up, though? You know I love you, Demine. I love you, all y'all. So, hey, Crump, Demine, look at your girl. Okay. Hey, Demine. Hey, is that support and love there, brother? Is that how you do it?
She got your back. She rocking with you, boy. Look at her. That's how she do it, man. She all in.
I have to tell y'all haters, I am not going back to TLC with Clark, okay? I'm not.
We don't need you back. We need you right where you at.
Yeah, I'm not going back, Crump, okay? Hey, I love y'all guys, man, okay? All right, this is Kenny and Chante. Hey, my end is my beginning. And we're beginning a new life, man. And we're going to enjoy this part of our life, all right? Hey, man, I love y'all.
Cheers.
Hell, I might as well just lick my shirt. They done poured it all over.
Cheers to freedom. Woo! Let's go. Congratulations, Kenny and Chante.